Our topic today is guided composition. Particularly, we'll be looking at narration. Narration simply means to tell a story. You will recall that we had an exercise on narration while you were in school, and we wrote about my first day in school. Today we'll be looking at some key questions that we should bear in mind whenever we're writing a narrative. One of the questions to answer when writing a narration is where the actions or the events take place. For example, it could be the name of the locality. It could be a set place, for example, in a house. Even in the house, there could be some other places. It could be inside a room, it could be around the house, or wherever. So the place of a particular action should be stated. Another important question to ask and to answer is when whatever action takes place. This can be seen in two different aspects. It could be the aspect of the period of time, it could be a season, and then it could be a particular time of the day. So the time of the event, the time of the actions in general and for particular actions should also be considered and stated in narration. It is also important to tell how whatever action or actions happen. There is no story without actions. You are definitely saying what has happened. So these actions must be stated in a clear way. There could be bits of actions that sum up to the bigger action of whatever story you're telling. Something must have happened, so what is it that happened? If there are actions in a story, there must be people who have carried out the actions. So here you state those who are involved in the story. Another important question your narrative must answer is how were the people involved? How did they contribute to the build-up of the story? What exactly did they do? How did they participate in this story you're telling? After you have said what has happened, those who were involved, how they were involved, it is important also that your narrative should tell the consequences or results of those actions. So what came out of those actions? All along in your story, you are expected to have an objective, stating the action, saying the people involved, how it happened, and the results. Now it is time for you to judge the incident or whatever you have written about. It's time for you to say how you feel or what you think about the whole incident. Please note that your narration must take a natural sequence, and by that I mean it should start from the beginning of the story naturally through the middle to the end. What happened first? What did that lead to? And let your events be a chain running into one another, yet bearing in mind the given questions. It doesn't mean that you'll answer each of the questions individually, but as you write, let it be that your work answers these questions, which could be in the minds of your readers. For your assignments, write a narrative about an important incident that took place in your home. Please ensure your essay is not less than 400 words. Remember to send your assignments to my personal WhatsApp page. And if you have any questions, anything to clarify at all, please send to my personal WhatsApp page. Feel free to chat me up anytime to ask your questions. Typing will be difficult for you considering it's 400 words. So please write it neatly and then snap. Make sure it's clear and readable and then send. I'll be waiting for your assignments.